My father spoke in paragraphs, I learned to speak in grains. Watched how much he surrendered with each sentence, how it drains a man to be perpetually legible, to live with open subtitles. Running beneath every thought, I chose the quieter cubicles of communication, where a glance replaces the dissertation, where the lift of a chin conducts the whole negotiation. I was 17 the first time someone said I was unsettling, not from threat, from the particular nettling quality of a young man who didn't feel the silence, who let it pool around the room with patient non-compliance. They expected verbal proof of presence, I gave them density. The weight of what I didn't say became my identity. I am a man of few words, each one low bare, each one chosen like a stone, placed with care and daring. The ones I didn't speak were always worth the wearing of the silence. Silence is the loudest declaration. Few words, full weight, no elaboration, just the necessary and the gone before the dissipation. The voluble man reveals his architecture as he speaks, shows the joinery, exposes where the framework creaks under pressure, where the certainty develops fissures. I learned to speak like a surveyor uses scissors of the land, only marking what is consequence, leaving the rest unmapped. That's the credential of the man who understands that language is expenditure. Every word a small disclosure, every ventilature of the interior concession to the room's intelligence. I spend my words like a man of measured diligence spends his last reserve with full accounting of the cost, knowing every syllable unspent is something never lost. I am a man of few words, each one low bare, each one chosen like a stone, placed with care and care. The ones I didn't speak were always worth the wearing of the silence. Silence is the loudest declaration. Few words, full weight, no elaboration, just the necessary and the gone before the dissipation. In rooms where rhetoric performed its acrobatics, I sat with the deliberate and the systematic conservation of my utterance. Watched the orators exhaust their credibility, watched the narrators of their own importance slowly hollow out the room with the accumulated weight of words that met their doom in the indifference of an audience already saturated. I spoke once, 7 words, the room recalibrated around those 7 like a compass finding north, not because of what I said but what I'd held before coming forth. The unspoken reservoir behind the spoken gives it pressure. A river with deep waters cuts its canyon beyond measure. But here, between the methodology and the marrow, there are things I wanted to say that the narrow discipline of brevity withheld not from strategy but from the calcified atrophy of the tender utterance. The word of unguarded warmth that I compressed so long it lost its form became indistinguishable from the tactical silence, and someone who deserved the words received the islands of quiet instead and read them wrong or right. Either way, the unspoken love became the overnight distance that I never meant to build. That's the cost of few words. Some things said in silence get lost. Wasn't full of voices, I haven't spoken yet, and everyone is listening for what they haven't met. Still waiting for the one thing that I'll finally say down on the table when the moment turns to day of my vocabulary. Until then, silence is what I said.